Hi guys, welcome back to Tigre Gitana. My name is Abby and today we are going to be doing the next in the Astro series for the mottos and the energy of the season, which is Capricorn. And finally caught up in the series, so Aquarius, you will be on time. But for Capricorn, the motto, mantra, and like energy of the season is I use. And this is another one just like Sag, Scorpio, that we need to break down a little bit, because it's not just like, you know, Gemini. Like, I think, yeah, we know that. It's not like in your face clarity like that. So I use, how does Capricorn energy apply this? And this is very much in the boss vibes that we put out into the universe, that people just think that we care about work, especially because we rule the 10th house and all that jazz. But like, yes, we're very workaholics, can be, but the phrase I use is not just about that, because we are like that for everything. But it's just that people just notice that we focus more this energy more on work than anything else. I mean, we do rule that house, so there's that, but it's because it's easy. I want to make that clear for everybody. The reason why we are really good at manifesting work situations, we're really good with money, all that stuff. The reason why we are the bosses in that space is because it's easy. All the pretty much earth signs are really good, and it's really easy for us to manifest money things, because those type of goals are, yeah, they can be challenging here and there, but they're not hard to get. Now when it comes to love and things that are a little bit more on an emotional side, on the water you know, elements, and on the water sign side that they rule, we're a little bit more like, we don't feel in control. When it comes to earth, physical, tangible, all of these things, we rule. It's very easy for us to manifest. It's really easy for us to succeed. It's really easy for us to be bosses, because we make the rules in the first place. It's really easy for us to kind of uphold different traditions, and also add into traditions, but also uphold traditions, uphold the laws, uphold, you know, that's another thing that Capricorn rules, the government. And so it becomes the phrase I use, and the energy of the season is more of, how do you use your tools? And when I say that, yes, Capricorns, it's really easy for Capricorns to manifest jobs, all these things. How are you going to use your tools to elevate from where you're at to the next thing? Because that is the whole point of it. It's really hard for us to kind of, I guess, you know, fall for people, and to kind of worry about, like, this is why Capricorns tend to be a little more traditional, and they don't end up being super crazy spiritual. I mean, that's what the water signs rule anyway. Spirituality is something that they rule anyway. But the earth signs are really good at anything that they know they can physically achieve. So the tools that they are given have to be kind of on a physical level, even though it could be verbal, like, okay, hey, you know, in order for you to get promoted, you need to make this amount, you need to be on top of this scoreboard, you need to be competing with the top, you need to be top 5 in sales, you need to be, you know, like, all these things, they're in a way verbal, but they're tangible. You can physically show how you've achieved this, how you've achieved those things. So it's easy for us to see those kind of little goals and go for it. But when it comes to emotions, it's like, where are the rules? How do we move? What do you want? So that's why when we kind of, Capricorns end up addressing relationships the same way as we address businesses, which is like very much like, okay, you know, I remember that one time that you told me that story that you really would, you had an issue, like, we'll recognize the issue. Like, you'll be like, we'll ask you, how was your day? Oh yeah, it was good, but then my car broke down, and like, I'm kind of mad, I'm gonna have to take it in and all that stuff. Then we'll be like, oh, we have analyzed a problem, this is the problem, let me see if I can help, or, you know, assist or whatever. And it's kind of more like making your life comfortable, because that's kind of how we address work as well. We want to be comfortable, we want to be stable, we want to use these tools that we have acquired in all these lessons, because all these tools are lessons that we have acquired that have elevated us to a different position moving forward, up and up. And so it's kind of the same thing. So we kind of address love in the same way, which is really, really always really cute and really interesting. Venus and Capricorn people are some of my, you guys are cute. You guys are so cute, and I totally get it. Even though I have Venus and Aquarius, we're neighbors, so I totally get it, boo. But it's a very loving placement and nurturing placement, and we're always trying to just fix your problems. But it's like about that. It's like, you tell me where the problem is, let's do it. And Capricorn is very much that kind of, it's that father energy. A lot of people don't like to put a sex into astrology, but the moon in Cancer, that would be the mother, the divine feminine energy. As far as parental wise, it would be the divine mother energy. And then Saturn in that Capricorn energy, we are the more, it is more male. It is more cutthroat. It is more like stern. It is more like, okay, I see the problem, this is how you can fix it, stop crying about it. Like, where Cancer is like, oh, and then like the nurturing aspect. And I get that sometimes, because some people expect me to be a little bit nurturing just because I'm a woman, and then I'm just like, yo, what? Like, I'm a little bit more like that disconnect, that Saturnian, like, no. But I can still be emotional, but it's just to a degree. It's really to a degree. There has to be some really, really sad shit to really get me really, really, really emotional, or really, like, it had to be really meaningful and in depth, and like something like that. But we're very much, there's a stern side to the Capricorn energy. So when we use our tools, we don't nurture the same way that Cancer does, by feeling their way through everything and really literally feeling everything and feeling the emotions of all situations. And the energy is all about going and swimming through your emotions and adapting to your water flow. Saturn is more like, okay, what's the issue? Okay, these are the tools that you have, how are you going to put them to use? Like, it's about not wasting time. It's about because that's also a tool. Time is a tool. Your presence in that place, in whatever place you want to put it in, is a tool. All of these things are tools. So when you talk about how is Capricorn using its time? How is, and that's the energy of the season. How are you using your time? How will you continue to use your time? How will you apply your time? And you see how that has nothing to do with feelings. It has some stuff to do with doing. That is that Capricornian energy. That's that Saturnian energy. It's not about the feels. It's about, okay, well, you said that you wanted to do this. We've addressed it. You wanted to do this. Cut the emotions out as to why. How will you achieve it? How will you, what is your plan? Do you have a plan? Do you want to just go with the flow? Do you see any open doors? How are you going to open those doors? Who are you going to connect with? It's really about thinking about your possibilities, what you have, your resources. Have you checked online? Have you asked your friends? Have you talked to your lawyer friend? Have you, like, what have you analyzed that has allowed you to be in the space? Like, how can you better use your time? Because that is one of the biggest tools when it comes to Capricorn energy, Capricorn season, if not the biggest tool. Yeah, it's probably the biggest tool when it comes to, like, using, because it's all about analyzing. And a lot of people, I feel like Capricorn season, the reason why a lot of people get depressed, and they might not know this, but the reason why I feel like a lot of people get depressed during this time, a lot of it has to do with emotions. And Capricorn season has a way of being like, this is not about emotions. This is about next year. You need to think about where you're going. A lot of people like to be like, oh, you know, bring a date to the Christmas party and all of this nonsense that Capricorn is just like not thinking about. It is a very family oriented time, yes, but it's not necessarily the best time to show up and show out type of time. It's more of a very reflective time. It's a very self-analyzing time. Like, okay, this is where I'm at. And again, this is the last cardinal point of the entire astrological zodiac. So you're ending on reflection. Even though Virgo had that I analyze, it's more about Capricorn season is more like, okay, you analyzed over there. and you know what it is. And then Scorpio season was like, what do you want? You know what you want. And then Sag season is like, okay, you know what the possibilities is at. And then Capricorn season comes, it's like, okay, we got to use these resources. We already know. So what are we going to apply in order to move? Like, what is it? And that is the whole point and energy of the season. Is it, while it is depressing because some people are meant to reflect, but the way the season is kind of shaped, it's a little bit kind of hard not to look down on yourself for the time that you may have wasted, the time that you may have spent thinking about certain things that didn't get you anywhere. And that's something that it's about being, it's very, Capricorns can be very hard on themselves. Yeah, because we have that parental Saturnian energy where we're like, you knew better. You should have, you knew, okay, moving forward, you knew you messed up. But the thing is that we also have the ability to let that, okay, we're not going to spend no more time. Remember, time is a key. We're not going to spend no more time thinking about how we failed or how we didn't succeed in whatever this. What's next? Because we already, again, we broke down the possibilities. We already know where we're going. So how are we going to apply it? What tools are we going to use from all those that is going to get us to that destination? So that is Capricorn. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.